Hi guys, this is Mac here, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, which is called Mac Vlogs. So I welcome you all to a new session with a new guest of mine. His name is Jibran Yousaf, all the way from Oman, and our topic for today is all about cricket. Cricket, cricket, cricket. That's the only topic I have today on Friday, basically because cricket is such an exciting sport. I am so passionate about it, and my guest, Jibran Yousaf, has been playing cricket all his life, and he's a professional cricketer. So welcome and good afternoon, Jibran, for my
Hi,
two match vlogs.
hi Mashoor, how are you?
All well, all well. So please go ahead and give a little bit introduction about yourself, so our followers can start connecting with you, and then we will make this session more lively, more exciting with humor, little jokes, with all the teams we can discuss about the topics we have been sharing about. So please go ahead and start with your introduction first.
Yeah, Mashoor, basically I was born in Oman, like you and other people in Oman, all our friends. I've been playing cricket since childhood. As a Pakistani, we used to play in street, even in Muscat. We used to play on street at night, tape ball cricket, which is the most common cricket all the Pakistanis starts with. The other thing about cricket is that when I was 6 years old, I used to play with my father, with my uncle. So they used to motivate me a lot, because cricket is in all Pakistanis' blood. That cricket is the
No,
first thing
no doubt
you
about
learn.
that. We are Junooni. We are
Yes,
Junooni fans of cricket for sure.
yes, yeah. So from there my journey started. I started playing table cricket. I used to play tennis ball cricket, and we used to play in small backyards, terrace roofs, and in tennis courts. People used to come play tennis. We used to book tennis court to play cricket because we used to be like 4 to 5 people, so the ball will not go out. So we started. I started in that journey, and basically I was a very good tape ball player. I used to play tape ball on a regular basis. I
Bowler
used
or
to play
batsman?
a batsman. I'm a genuine opener batsman. I don't
Okay.
bowl at all. Although I have got a couple of best bowler as well in league, but I'm not a bowler to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, before we go further, please let everyone know you're a batsman, which you just mentioned now, but on which position you love to play and why is that position so favorite to you?
I'm an opener. I was generally an opener. Yes. Recently,
Oh,
I have middle
are
order.
you are you right or
Yeah.
left? Are you right or
Right,
lefty?
right-handed,
Right.
but I can also bat left-handed. I used to play ball. I used to play lefty in tape ball as well. So that was one of my strengths in tape ball.
Shabash, shabash. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a genuine opener. So basically, when I was in school, so we used to play table ball cricket a lot. So with friends and everyone used to support that. You're a good player. You should focus on cricket. But as a youngster, it was always for fun. I never thought of as a cricketer that I want to be a cricketer, because when you play for associates, there are a lot of factors you consider. So
Agree.
Oman is an associate level. So focus was on studies and just to enjoy the game. So it started. I was a very good player, and usually what happened, I got an entry in Ramzan tournament in Pakistan school. It's a very famous tournament which recently has been on hold. But everyone in Oman who plays cricket is not about Pakistan school Ramzan tournament. So my debut game.
I would add here to make this session more interesting. Pakistan
Yes.
School was one of the best teams, basically because of the inter-school cricket. If I would like to add over there, where Sri
Yes.
Lankan School, Indian School, Muscat, Pakistan School, Muscat, ABA, American School, and you can say Indian School, Gobra. These were the schools which used to play inter-schools together. But what the
Yes.
best part about Pakistan School was again was the bowlers, the Pakistani bowlers versus Indian school musket batsmen. As we all see all around the world, India versus Pakistan, we used to get to see that in Oman. Am I right in saying that?
Perfect. Batting versus bowling has always been the criteria, and our strength has been bowling. So as being a batsman, I prefer that batting.
We used to trash Indian bowlers on the cemented turfs of Oman pitches, right?
Good one, good one. So I was talking about my debut match in Pakistan school. I
Mhm.
was, I think, I was in ninth or tenth standard. My debut match, there were last ball 6 runs was needed, and I
Mhm.
was playing for the time, and it was jam packed because I still remember it was the Thursday, and before weekend used to be Thursday and Friday. So
Mhm.
last ball sixes was needed, and I was facing for the first time. So and I hit a reverse sweep for a six, and
Mhm.
everyone was like, "Oh, this is a small kid. He can play reverse. He's playing left-handed as well." So from there, my journey started. So the school, our school teacher was there. We used to call him Mr. DP Ilyas. He guided me a lot. So he told me to play hardball cricket because you are a good aggressive player and you should take a chance. So I started and I had an interest. So my schools in when I was in 11th class, so I started playing hardball cricket at a good level, like a proper game. So
Mhm.
then in 12th, of course, when you are in 12th class, you get that leverage. You are in 12th standards. Everyone is asking you about guidance, and we want to be like you. And we used to play inter school again against Indian school Muscat. It was always to be a final because the Indian school Gobras, Wadi Kabir, they were all not at a greater level. So always the final used to be between PSM and ISM. And as per the history goes, PSM has always been winning against ISM in the school. We had great players: Adnan Laghari, Salman Laghari, Adnan Ilyas, the legend. He's still in cricket. He plays for us as well. And I want to add Adnan Ilyas because he was the person who guided me a lot. I'll tell you a
Yeah.
small incident. Every day it used to happen that whenever we are playing a match, my name used to come. Jibran scored 40 runs in 18 balls. I was a very aggressive batsman. He scored 50 in 17 balls, 20 in 10 balls. So he came to me. He said, "Jibran, remember one thing. If you are scoring, there is no 100 and no 50s. No one will recognize you. No one will remember you. They will say he was a one tapia. He used to come and smash the ball. That's it." So he guided me a lot. He used to take me to nets. He used to throw down 100 and 200 balls each day. He used to guide me, Jimran, play straight, play in V, all the technical matters. And from
Nice.
there, my journey started. I became a proper cricketer where I used to score big hundreds. He taught
Mhm.
me how to convert the small 30s into hundreds.
Mhm.
And my record, Alhamdulillah, in Oman, I'm the record holder for double hundred. I have done it
Oh,
twice in T20.
so you have scored a double hundred, huh?
Yes, and twice. So
Well,
I can tell people
equal
that
with
I
Fakar
was
Zaman.
lucky.
Equal with Fakar Zaman now. Okay.
So people used to tell me that you have done once, you can be lucky. I said I'll do it again, and Alhamdulillah, by the grace of God, I did it again. So I'm the
Mhm.
only person who has done two times double hundred. Even the third score is of the third highest score is also mine, 186. So from this was when I got an entry in the league stages. So people knew me as a person who can take the game away from the oppositions.
Okay.
And I represented Oman under 19 cricket. We had a tour in Nepal in 2005. So I was selected as an opener. And if you remember, Masroor, in 2005 there was a rule by ICC of a super sub, that a player
Mhm.
can be super sub. In
Okay.
Oman, I was the first player to be super sub in Oman's history. It is there in
Okay.
the books. So as
Have you
per the law, I
have you
was
played for Oman cricket team? In which
Oman
team?
under Oman under 19, 2005.
Oman under 19 team. Okay. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So I was the first super sub player. I used to open, and in the
Mhm.
fielding, I used to relax. So I was very lucky that time. So I always used to get that opportunity. From
Nice.
there, my cricket has been going up. Then I moved to Malaysia for my graduation. So over there, I was playing at club level. And the ICC rule is that at that time was that if you stay in a country for 4 years, you can represent that country as a national player. The way Kevin Peterson had come to England and Keith Wetter had come to England, they stayed there for 4 years. So I was the Malaysian government. They asked me, the cricket board, that you stay in Malaysia so that you have a good chance. But of course, I love Oman, as you know, and you also love it. So I came back to the country and continued the cricket over here. I scored tons of runs, and then we have our own company team, ITWORKS, which is in the
Mhm.
Premier Division.
Okay.
So we are still playing. Adnan Ilyas, the legend of cricket, he plays for us. There are some national team players who are playing this year for us because a couple of Asrain is actually not there this year in the league. So the national team players are playing for IT Works. It's a big honor for us. I'll be leading that team, and
Mhm.
from there, the cricket in Premier Division is exceptional. You cannot imagine the amount of dedication the OCC has, has done in the game to bring the level up. Basically, if you notice, Abbas, the Pakistani, at the moment he's all over the books. Everyone's talk about Abbas. He was a player in Premier Division in Oman. He used
Mhm.
to come in Oman. He used to play. So when you play with good players, you become good. So this was the thing that Oman cricket. Now you have all the bowlers who are listed in international level. Akib Ilyas, he's ranked 39 in ODI at the moment. It's a big achievement
He's the
for
younger
as a
brother of Adnan Ilyas, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's 39th ranked ODI player, which is a big achievement, being in an associate level. Bilal Khan, he's the pacer of Oman. He has taken 50 ODI wickets in T20, sorry, 50 T20 wickets, one of the fastest. In associates, no one has done it. So these are a big achievement, and being a Pakistani, it's an honor, if we play with those guys. So Oman cricket has done a lot for them, and cricket in Premier Division, it's not a piece of cake. I'll tell you again. Same thing is happening. Bowlers of Pakistanis versus the batsmen of India. Batsmen.
Okay.
You have excellent bowlers, you have excellent batsmen, but batsmen are coming from the Indian side, and mostly you see more bowlers. Bilal Khan, Bilal Bhatt, Fayaz Bhatt, who has represented Pakistan under 19 in World
Mhm.
Cup. He's part of Oman squad, and he's again a fast bowler. So you can again see the trend in Oman going like Pakistani fast bowler. They'll break your bones. I'm telling you, they are super expressive. They are touching 140 miles. So it's an amazing honor to play with them. And this is one of the reasons the cricket in Oman has increased a lot. Before there
Mhm.
was a huge difference, and that's why Oman has reached and has got an ODI status. That because of these bowlers and these batsmen, and Oman is in ranked I think 16 at the moment in T20. So
Before we go further on this, can you tell the audience and the followers that who is your favorite batsman which might have inspired you to play cricket from your younger days? Was there any batsman from the past and the batsman who's currently playing in the international level who you feel that can excel? We will talk about different international players and talk about them as well. But I just want to know who has been your inspiration in cricket in terms of the past cricket from Pakistan or around the world or today.
see, as a kid, when we started watching cricket, so my ideal was Saeed Anwar. So
Hmm.
that was the reason I wanted to play left. I'm a righty, but I wanted to play left because I was trying to copy him. So that's why I can still bat. I'm not I can you can say a handy batsman when it comes to you playing with the left hand. So I used to copy him, his drives, his cut shots, and his glance. Saeed
Hmm.
Anwar is unmatchable. He's one of the most underrated player, if you can say. But his records and the way his fluency of the fluence of the play he plays is an outstanding player. He was literally a legend of the game. So I used to always follow him, but end of the day I was a righty. So my target moves towards the Inzamamul Haq because against pacer is I'm not telling you that because he's from Pakistan, but you ask any international players, you see their interviews. First thing when they talk about any player who can play fast bowling is Inzamamul Haq because
True.
when he's batting,
Great timing, late
he has
late
all the time.
outs and stuff. So he
Every
had a stylish
yes,
batting style, right?
he had a lot of time. So even a bowler who's bowling at 150, he used to see that playing on the back foot, late cut at a pace of 150. So he made cricket looks very easy. Batting looked very easy when Zohan was batting. So I used to follow him the way he used to drive and late cuts, and I also copied his running. I'm a slow runner basically. So people used to tell me a lot, you like Inzi. So
Okay.
that's one of the common factors as well. You can say that the running aspect. So
So
that was one of the
yeah, so
batsmen
let's
that
make this session a little bit more lively, basically, because I know everybody are waiting to hear about Babar Azam, right, for the
exactly
current
he
batsman of Pakistan team. So let's talk about Babar Azam a little bit, and
yes.
let's see what you have to say on his technique and about his future.
See, before we come to Babar Azam, I will add to I would like to add about the coaching aspect because
Okay,
uh,
go
because
ahead.
I will tell in terms of the technical aspect because you asked me a question whether he's technically sound. So before I
Mhm.
tell about that, I will just give a brief about the coaching aspect. I'm a level one coach. I'm going to pursue level two as well in the coming year. I have also done in COVID sports safety coaches certification as well. In
Okay,
and this scenario is how to work with the players. I have done the first aid code as well. So when it comes to coaching, when it comes to coaching, what I have learned is it's a very good saying and it's very important. All coaches have eyes, but everyone cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing they taught us in ICC Academy, that you'll see coaches with certification. You'll find hundred of people who have the certification with them, but they don't. Everyone is not having an eye to see at the player. So when we see at a player, I'll just change the topic. If you remember, there's one interview of Azruddin. He said I had gone to the net for selection when he was playing cricket. He said the coach, he saw me playing three balls and he said leave the nets, and he got selected.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was not in that field, I used to think how a person can see in two or three balls and judge a player. But when I came to this field, I understood that literally for watching a player batting for two or three balls, literally I can tell you that whether he is capable enough or not enough, that he can reach to that level or not, because of the basics what we learn from the academies.
Let me
Now,
add
if we
one
talk,
question here. Let me add one question here related to your coaching experience. Would be that since you are doing coaching as well in Oman, for instance, are you eligible to coach in PSL teams if you get an opportunity? Can you do that?
see, I'll tell you a small. I'll tell the criteria how it works.
Okay.
Basically, I say level coach one. If you've done the certification, it is for the age group between 8 years, 6 years to 13 years. This is the
Okay.
age group for one coach that you have to train kids, and this is the most difficult task, by the way. To
Okay.
make them interest in the game is very difficult. Then level two is from 13, the teenager group. You can say the under 13s, under 15, under 17. And
Okay.
level three is on the higher side, which is you can say technical qualification. You require a lot. And
Okay.
if you are level three coach, officially you can coach a PSL team, even you can coach a national team. This is the basic
Okay.
requirement, certification wise. And of course, all the teams they add on the experience, 5 years, 10 years, based on their requirement. Yes,
So, what is
this
your
is the
plan?
criteria.
What is your plan for the coaching type in terms of coaching certifications? As you said, you're a level one coach. So, are you
Yeah.
planning to do level two and level three as well for the future?
Yeah, I'm at the moment in touch with Sri Lankan school. I'm going to teach under 13 kids, but because of COVID, it is on hold.
Which school you mentioned?
Sri Lankan school, Moscow.
Oh my goodness, my old school team. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that you were a coach of Sri Lankan school. Okay, let me
Yeah.
bring notice to all the people watching this session that I had played for Sri Lankan school way back in 96, 97, and 98. The inter school and the league cricket. At that time, we were being coached by a Sri Lankan two brothers at that time, Alan and Desmond. But today, I feel so honored and so happy to hear that Mr. Jibran is a coach of my old school where I had played cricket and I had captained against Pakistan school as well. Thank you so much. So to give me that honor that you're coaching my old school, I am so proud of that.
The session will start after the COVID because we couldn't start because of the lockdowns and the situation we are in at the moment. So
Okay.
that was the reason. We'll continue after the pandemic, inshallah. So this is
Mhm.
one. So coming back to the point, when you talk about Babar Azam,
Okay.
again,
Okay.
see as
Wait. Before we move to Babar Azam, so we have to say, all the fans of Pakistani fans, get ready. We're going to be talking about Babar Azam now, basically, because he's the face and the future of Pakistan's batting order. So please, Mr. Gibran, let's talk about Babar Azam now. And I'm sure all the Indian people are excitedly waiting to know who is Babar Azam and what is he doing in Pakistan team. Go ahead.
Bab- Babar Azam is the future star. He has already shown everyone that which level he belongs. There were questions about his red ball cricket, but from the past couple of series, he proved everyone the way he scored 100 in Australia and then also the 97. It shows the class and temperament that he belongs to the red cricket level as well. As a fan, I will say there's no batsman near to Babar Azam at the moment in terms of his fluency, his drives, his cuts. It's amazing to watch.
Cover drives are the is the trademark for where everyone wants to compare his cover drive with Virat Kohli's cover drives, right?
Uh, any given day, I would prefer Babar Azam cover drive over Virat Kohli because as a coach, I see from that angle. Now, if we talk
Okay.
about the technical aspects, Babar Azam is technically very sound.
Okay.
He's very sound. Of course, there are a couple of flaws. The ball which comes on the body is actually was on the weaker side, but overall, his temperament, his selection is amazing. Which ball to hit, which ball to leave, that is amazing. So he is turning to a legend. He will be a legend for sure, inshallah. We pray
Do
for
you
that.
find
He will.
as a coaching eye which you have, where do you find any weakness in any area in Babar Azam's technique where you feel that other teams can definitely tap on his weakness and get his wickets soon in future? What technique that
He,
would be?
see, he is weak. The ball which comes on the rib cage area, rib cage.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
not on exactly on the rib side. He's on the weaker side of that.
Hmm.
He, with the experience and with the form he is in, he's able to control. But that is his weaker side. You swing the ball. Yes, which is the rib cage area. Rib cage is area is very difficult. If you see Virat Kohli batting, he will flick the ball. Babar Azam will pull that ball. There's a
But,
huge
but,
difference
but,
in
but
section.
it depends on the length of a bowler, right? The where he's
Yes,
pitching to Virat Kohli
yes,
or to Babar Azam in terms of the technique of the cover drive or by pull or hook, right? If you look at Virat Kohli, usually nobody tries to bowl him much bounces where we find everyone is bowling to Babar Azam few bouncers, right?
yeah. There are two reasons for that. See, the
Hmm.
one first of all, I'll tell you openly, Virat Kohli is not a good puller and not a good hooker. He's not
Hmm.
a good puller of the ball. That's a very weak sign of Virat Kohli. No one notices it because generally Rohit Sharma is a very good puller of the ball. So once you get a good start, so the bowlers tend to go negative and they try to defend your runs. But
Hmm.
Virat Kohli's pull is on the weak side. His pull is really weak. Babar Azam pull is on the stronger side. People
Yeah.
target Pakistani batsmen because of the mindset that they will be weak against the short balls. Like Fakhar
Hmm.
Zaman, Imam Haq, they are new in the cricket. Even Fakhar Zaman, I'll tell you, he's new. He came in 2017, so you cannot tell him that he's an old cricketer. So
Hmm.
that's the mindset of other teams that ball short at Pakistanis. But you had very good pullers in Pakistan cricket team. In Zamam ul Haq, one of the best hookers of the cricket game. No one mentions him. You have never seen Inzamul Haq getting out to bounces. Very rare you will see.
Hmm.
Muhammad Yusuf, Yunus Khan, they had an excellent control, and that is the reason they had an excellent record overseas. Pakistan record overseas is really good as compared to any other team. I'm talking about from subcontinent.
That's
India
true.
recently has been India recently has been coming on a better side. But if you see the past records, overseas records of Pakistan is far better than India when you have conditions in England, Australia, New Zealand, especially. There
You know
was a
the fact.
series.
The fact is, sorry for the interruption. The fact is that the Indian team is been playing more cricket, quality cricket, because of the, you would say, the sponsorships or whatever the reasons the ICC or their boards feel that the India gets more matches than Pakistan in terms of the future tours program, right? So that's
Yes,
the reason if you see any batsman from India is scoring more than 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 runs, whereas in Pakistan we are getting less matches and we have to play smaller teams, basically the bigger teams who are not coming to Pakistan since 2009 after the attack in Pakistan. The Sri Lankan team was attacked in Pakistan. So because of that, our cricket has faced a lot of hurdles in playing the cricket in Dubai. Basically, that was our
yes,
home ground. But since a lot of teams have started coming back to Pakistan, so I feel the Pakistan team will get back on the track again. So they need to start playing regularly with big teams to improve their technique or in their game, especially the new batsmen we are coming up with Babar Azam, Imamul Haq. They all are under
yes,
19 clubs, right? So we hope that
exactly.
The team, Australia, England, South Africa, all the big teams should start coming to Pakistan so we will get to see quality cricket in.
Definitely, definitely you will see a big change when cricket is completely back in Pakistan.
Mhm.
Just imagine since cricket has started in Pakistan, PSL has come back. You have started seeing players.
Mhm.
The reason India came on the higher side because they had a gap of 10 years with Pakistan. They had 10 years of IPL.
Yeah.
You, if you go back and see first year IPL, you'll see the cricket what India was playing was pathetic. You had seen Jack Carles, all the old players were playing. But as soon as the cricket gone ahead, they had the youngsters coming up. For example, you had Shrey
But
Iyer recently.
I want to make my India. I'm sorry. I'm saying this, but all my Indian friends would not agree to this. But they have to accept the fact that when IPL started in 2008 in India,
Yes.
you could see Suhail Tanvir was the first bowler who took 6 wickets for Rajasthan Royals. And then we had Shoaib Akhtar, we had Umar Gul, we had different bowlers who were like a storm in IPL. That is the reason I
Yes.
guess the Indian IPL or the Indian cricket, the BCCI, I would say that they don't allow Pakistani players to be playing in IPL basically because they will get more fame than their own players. That's what I feel like. I could be wrong on that. What do you have to say on that?
Yeah, see, I agree to some extent, but end of the day, because the government ties, the relation is has been up and down. Cricket is not being played regularly. You had an amazing series in 2004 Samsung
That,
Cup,
that is a
where
simple excuse, Gibran. I would say that for so many years we have been hearing that because of the politics. Okay, now if you're being positive for cricket of your own team, right? For example, take politics out. Basically, politics should not be involved in the cricket. Cricket is a game of gentlemen, right? So if we would have been playing regularly with India for many years, then you would have seen the track record even now, till now, after playing less cricket, we have won around 75 matches and they have won 53 or 54 matches against it. Still, our track record is good. Okay, no doubt. I'm sure the Indians might be happy to hear this that they have always beaten us in the World Cups and in the ICC tournaments. It's basically because they might be much stronger mindset wise, or it's a
no, no,
psychological
no.
effect which Pakistan team
No.
has. Don't win in ICC tournaments.
I don't see this as a reason that Pakistani players are they cannot handle pressure. Pakistani players can handle pressure a lot because what challenges we go through, no other cricketers has gone through that. But the reality is, the, after 2003, Pakistan cricket team is on the weaker side. So if
Mhm.
Pakistan India are in the World Cup and Pakistan is on the weaker side, so there's not a big chance that we defeat Pakistan. Okay, the charm of Pakistan, India beating Pakistan to 2003 was, we can say that, because Pakistan team was strong. In 99, Pakistan team was strong. In 1996, the team was. After 2003, personally, I don't count that record because the team, India was stronger. India is from 2003 onward, India has been on the stronger side. So I don't know why
Now,
people count that.
for the for the last few months, I have been hearing two. I would say not few months, but if I just go back a little bit, it's not Pakistan who mentioned about India's, as things which I would like to add would be a 2011's World Cup, the final, which has been spoken by Sri Lankan sports minister saying that, and there's an investigation going on currently, is that that was fixed. So you can imagine how Indian team was at that time. And then again, Ben Stokes, the England all-rounder, mentioning in his book, saying that India had no desire or intent. That's the word he has used, intent of winning against England in the last 6 or 7 overs to beat basically because they didn't wanted Pakistan team to qualify for the semi-final. So that shows the sportsman spirit in people, that how they hate Pakistan team so much. Do you agree to that?
See, regard 2011 World Cup, after the investigation only we can say what is the real story. But in 2011, if you see the factors, India had couple of match winners. Zahir Khan
But
was there.
even we could have beaten India in the semi-final if you remember that they were almost on the verge of making a record over 300 plus score, but we
Yes,
restricted
yes,
them to 260, and our batting was doing really well. But at one stage, it didn't happen. But
yes.
that match also people say that was fixed basically because they wanted India and wanted to give Sachin Tendulkar a great farewell of winning that World Cup in 2011. That's the reason. So now if you say that they won that World Cup, so I find it really fishy, really fishy.
Well, there are a lot of factors about that. But Indian team, they had some match winners, so that is the reason we can still think that there was no match fixing involved because that's still under the scanner. Regarding the England World Cup recently, which Ben Stokes said the intent, as a fan and even as not a Pakistani, I would say that there was no intent. That's the reality.
Yeah.
because there was no reason why he was not trying. Dhoni was not trying. There was no reason, and at least at Dhoni's level, it should have been mentioned that what is the reason he did
That is
not go
the
for the
reason. That is the only reason I find MS Dhoni being a great leader. I find him really a great leadership qualities which he has. After 2019's World Cup match against England, where he couldn't beat them and the Indian team couldn't qualify, since then they're just trying to justify by just saying that no, Dhoni is in our plans, but he's not coming back in Indian team. I'm telling you for sure that MS Dhoni is not going to be coming back in Indian team in soon.
No, I don't think so he'll be coming back. If there was a World Cup this year happening, so there was a possibility, but because of IPL postponed it and no World Cup, so it is very
Yeah.
difficult for him to come back. And we have seen his recently photos. We don't find him fit, and we don't see from the pictures that he's interested to play cricket as well. So this is
True.
one of the factors as well. Regarding one thing, about Babar Azam, one thing
Yeah.
how legends are made. It's not only about reaching 10,000 mark. If you notice all the legends players, they always make a strong comeback after a bad patch.
Hmm.
Babar Azam has not gone through a bad patch till now. The mental aspect will be seen
Simply
once the
basically because the bowling attacks which he has faced from Australia, England, and South Africa were not that difficult for him, I would say, as yet.
yeah,
Basically,
but
because they haven't found the flaw in him yet.
you see, there's no flaw. But end of the day, no one is perfect.
Hmm.
You cannot do 100 in every matches. Other teams work on your weaknesses. They will try to exploit that. Similarly, they did against Virat Kohli in 2014 when he had gone in England. He had a disaster series because they caught that weakness that outside the four stump with the swinging ball outside, he used to nick to the slips. So everyone, you will go through a bad patch. What makes you a legend or a great player is how soon you come back or you recover from that bad patch.
True.
Virat Kohli
Well,
after 2014 recovered back. Similarly, in Zamam, you will never see a lot of players going through a big bad patch. So this is another factor we will look into it.
mhm.
Yeah. And other thing we had discussed regarding the toss. There's this discussion going on. The toss should be scrapped, or we should come up with something. So I'm in touch with ICC. I had tweeted them a couple of times, and also in touch.
So are you saying that in the series against England, which we are going to be seeing next month, this ICC toss issue which you're talking about, which you have recommended on any platform, right? So
Yeah.
will we be seeing the tosses happening, or that won't happen?
No, the toss will be happening. There's still, different options they're considering. One
Okay.
option I have given is that the away team, for example, Pakistan is going England. So Pakistan
Hmm.
is an away team. So when
Okay.
the toss is done, and if the away team has lost the toss,
Okay.
he should be given an option of mentioning your playing 11 after losing the toss. So in
Okay.
that way, he can
But
change the scenario.
if they win the toss, so whatever the team is in the on the paper, that will play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so they can change. For example, I'm going with four fast bowlers, but I lost the toss. I'm batting first, so maybe I will go with five fast bowlers. So I have that
Oh.
option after the toss is done. Right now, what is happening? There's no option. So once you lose the toss, you
But
said,
the
"Man,
fact
I
is,
wanted to bowl or bat."
but the fact is that you usually make your playing 11 on particular day by looking at the
Yes,
pitch conditions, right? So why would the
exactly.
toss be affected to change the
I'll tell you.
playing 11 if you lose? How would
So
that be?
it's a very perfect question you have asked, and I was actually waiting for that question. See
Okay.
what, and we'll talk about red ball cricket, about Test cricket.
Hmm.
See, when we go to England, toss is not in my hand. I don't have the control over the toss. I have
Okay.
made my playing 11 based on that. If I won the toss, I will bowl first because in England, usually in the seaming condition, you prefer to bowl first. So what I'll
Okay.
do is that I will prefer to bowl first, but I have lost the toss. And I have taken four bowlers. So instead of four bowlers, I will now have to bat first. I will increase my batting because first day wicket is difficult. So I will add an extra batsman in my playing 11 so we can survive the difficult overs. So this is the aspect we looked and suggested ICC. So
Amazing. Amazing.
yeah. Thanks. So these are
Okay.
the points we're working on. Yeah.
Okay. Before we wrap up this session, which we have so far covered all the bases, all the topics which we had discussed now, I would like to make a little request to you. Can I sing a song for my Pakistan cricket team?
You can sing a song. I'm a very bad singer, man. I will say Dil Dil Pakistan. Definitely. Dil
Basically,
Dil Pakistan.
basically, whenever Pakistan team plays any international cricket, I usually used to play this song in my car just to feel it's the cricket, atmosphere be a bit more lively, right?
92 World Cup. The track with the sun goes down and the stars are up. Who's gonna be number one? Who's gonna take out the world? I
Okay.
love that track. I've listened that track a lot. The '92 World Cup, the theme song. It's an all-time my favorite song. And also we had won that World Cup, so there's a lot of emotional attachment with it.
The fact that whenever even on the street, like I'm currently in Pakistan, so wherever I see anyone playing cricket, whether on streets or roads or anywhere, I just get only one song in my mind. That is, can I please sing that? I really want to
Please,
sing this for my Pakistan team.
please, say go ahead. You have to go
Okay.
ahead, man.
For all my audience who are watching this, my voice is not that good, but I still want to try this basically because I'm a diehard fan of my Pakistan team. So please excuse me if you don't like my sound or my uh, singing talent or anything. हम हैं पाकिस्तानी हम तो जीतेंगे भाई जीतेंगे हम हैं पाकिस्तानी हम तो जीतेंगे भाई जीतेंगे हर मैदान के हर मुश्किल में हम तो पाकिस्तानी हैं हम तो sorry for that basically I don't know the lines but हम हैं पाकिस्तानी तो हम तो हमेशा जीतेंगे basically because we are the fighters. Do you agree for that?
I agree 100%, 100%, man. We are fighters, and definitely one day will
दिल
come that we will have again.
पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद. So before we wrap up this session, so please go ahead and can you just say a little few lines for MacVlogs and we can wrap this session up. So and
Guys,
it was an honor to have you in my session today. Alhamdulillah.
guys, it was a great session. Masroor, I really enjoyed it. We had a good time. Viewers, I would recommend you please subscribe Mr. Masroor Mac Vlogs, and he's doing a great job. And definitely, we want to see a lot of subscribers for him. So best of luck, Masroor. We'll be in touch. Have a good time.
Thank you so much,
Allah
everyone,
Hafiz.
for watching our session. Basically, our topic was about cricket, cricket, cricket. Once again, because we all are Pakistanis and cricket is built in us. We are the Junoonis, right? We are the Junooni Pakistani fans. So we wish our Pakistan cricket team all the best for the tour which they have taken up for England. Next month, they will be playing three Test matches and three one days. Three T20 internationals. So we all the best wishes for our Pakistan team for next month. So with this, I would like to wrap up the session, and I would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Jibran Yousaf, being a great
Thank you.
ambassador of
Thank you, Masroor. Take care. Hello.